Hey there, it's Kai. Today we are going to be doing a mindful movement kind of meditation series that is going to be really useful for helping us check in with ourselves, check in with our bodies, check in with our mind and spirits, and just really help us develop a sense of curiosity and awareness of how our body is and also how our whole self is as well. So this is a perfect workout to do when there might be troubling times or some grief and you're just working through and processing. And so it is something that I feel like is so important, is to keep moving and just keep us really reflecting when we're going through these monumentous times. Okay. So the first thing to do, we're going to start finding our nice tall seat. You can prop up your hips if you like with a blanket underneath you. And we're just going to breathe in, allowing the belly to expand, allowing the ribs to open. And then exhale, release. Good. Breathing in, letting yourself notice the breath as it's flowing in through the nostrils. And then exhale, noticing the breath return. Inhaling, feeling the belly open and expand, feeling the ribs and chest open and expand, and then exhale, release. One more breath in, belly expanding, ribs expanding. And then exhale, release. Beautiful. Inhale, floating the arm up through space and just allowing yourself to kind of flow to the side, taking a little side bend, and then stacking the spine up tall. Beautiful. Inhale to the opposite side, breathing in. And exhale, getting taller to come back up. And just noticing your arm as it moves through space, noticing your spine as it flows to the side, and then bringing yourself back upright. So we're not moving very quickly, we're really just flowing through and noticing how it feels, what the sensation is like from side to side. Once more on each side. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to come over onto hands and knees, and I invite you to really stay inward throughout this practice and really stay focused on how your body is moving, how it's feeling, and just any thoughts that might come up as we're moving through. So you're going to exhale and just round the spine, letting the back lengthen up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, lengthen out. And exhale. And inhale. Just checking in with yourself to see where your spine is moving today, how this is feeling. And just keeping a nice, slow, steady pace. Moving at your own speed, connecting the breath as you go. Beautiful. And then we're going to return back to a centered neutral spine, and you're going to lift one foot up, keeping the knee down. And we're just going to rotate to the side. We're actually going to side bend to look towards our foot. And then we're going to go to the other side. And you're just going to keep doing this nice little tail wag, paying attention to how your spine is moving. Good. And then we'll return, lower the foot, and go to the other side. Good. So I'm not giving you a lot of detailed direction today. I I really want you to just kind of focus on your own experiment and just let yourself guide through the motions. Good. Thinking about how this feels in your body. Letting your breath be continuous and smooth. Beautiful. Now we're going to come back to neutral, and I invite you to just take some movements through your spine. Whatever it feels like your spine wants to do right now. So perhaps you're circling the head and the tail, or you're rocking from side to side or forward and back. Just take a moment and play with whatever feels like your body needs right now. Just keep breathing and moving. Beautiful. And then return yourself back to a centered place. And go ahead and take a big breath in, letting the belly expand, keeping the back still and strong. And exhale, pulling those abdominals towards the midline, really deepening that connection and feeling very strong and powerful in your core. Breathing in and exhale. Good. And one more breath in and exhale. Beautiful. From here, we're going to stretch opposite arm and leg long, just letting it slide on the mat and then floating back in. Good. Exhale, connecting those abdominals, lengthening out and sliding back. Beautiful. And lengthen out. And sliding back in. Fabulous. Once more, lengthen out. And then we're just going to hover, opposite arm and leg up. And we're going to hold here. And breathe. Pushing deep into the ground. Pushing the arm down so that our chest stays lifted. Breathing here. Noticing any sensations that may be arising as we're in this position here. Breathing. Keeping the back body strong, connecting the abdominals. And then we're going to float back in and we'll go to the opposite side, drawing arm and leg out long and then floating up. Good. Pushing into the ground, staying strong, staying connected, breathing here. And just noticing any thoughts, any feelings. Good. Beautiful. And then float back in. From here, we're going to take one arm up towards the sky, really lengthening up. And then we're going to lengthen that arm under for thread the needle. So the elbow bends, you lower the head. Pause here for a moment, breathe in. Next inhale, reach it up. And exhale, lengthen through. Inhale up. And exhale, lengthen through. Beautiful. Bring the hand back underneath. Opposite side arm goes out. We reach up towards the sky. Breathe in. And then exhale, bending the elbow. Lengthen out. Good. Pause here. Breathe in. And exhale. Now you're going to reach up. Breathe in. And exhale. Lengthening under. Once more. Breathe in. And exhale. Lengthening under. Beautiful. Bring yourself back to your all fours position and just lengthen back into a child's pose here. Dropping the head and breathing. Letting the belly rest onto the thighs. Letting the back open as you breathe in. And just walk both hands over to one side. Good. And breathe into the one side as you inhale. And release. And breathe in. Feeling the stretch from the inside out. Walk your hands to the other side. Breathing in. Coming back. We're going to bring ourselves up to a kneeling position, just sitting on our knees here for a moment. And we're going to breathe in, letting the arms reach up. And then exhale, we're going to roll through our spine, bring ourselves back out into a nice supported upper back lift. So my hips are slightly lower, but I'm not collapsing into them. Keep supported here. And then shift your hips back towards your toes again. And then roll through and spiral the spine out. Good. Breathing in. And exhale. Once more. And exhale. Beautiful. Now you're going to set yourself back. You're going to turn and place your legs in a mermaid position. So we've got one knee bent. The foot is lengthening out. The opposite leg is kind of in a 4 position with the foot going towards the knee. And then we're just going to place an arm down here. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is just lower and lift this hip here. Okay. So the leg that is behind you, you're lifting that hip off the mat and then letting it go back towards the mat. May not touch all the way down. That's totally okay. Breathing in and exhale. Good. Now from here, I want you to lengthen your arm across as you lift that hip, breathing. And then you're going to pull from the core, from the center. Let that hip come back down and you're going to rotate in the opposite direction. So you're spiraling towards the back hip. And then you're going to spiral and lengthen up. And then you're going to wrap back. Beautiful. Now as you come across, you're going to place your arm down and you're going to lift the hips up. Good. And reach over. And then you're going to lower and spiral. Breathing in to lift and exhale to spiral. Good. And just letting this be a little free, definitely reaching. Good. And just really play with this motion for 3 more. Beautiful. And go ahead and set the hips down. And then we're going to just take a nice little side bend. So you're going to reach the back arm, the same leg as the back leg. That arm's going to come across. And you're going to side bend away from your front leg. Breathing here. And exhale. And breathe. And exhale. Good. Lengthening up and then just bring the legs around. Beautiful. So we're going to go to the opposite side. So we start by lifting that back hip, the back leg hip, and then lowering. And just allowing the hip to rotate, allowing the leg to rotate, and the hip to just roll through. Breathing, feeling support from the back arm. I like to put my hand on my hip, but just noticing how this feels. Good, and then we're gonna add in the reach here. So just reaching across on the inhale, and then exhale, come back to the rotation. And reach, away from the lifting hip, and then back towards the hip as it settles down. Beautiful. Now we're gonna add in the lift. So you lift up, the weight is on the legs and the arm, and then we lower. Good. And inhale, lift, and exhale. Good. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Good. Keep going at your own pace. And lowering down. Beautiful. Now we're going to come back to our seated position. We're going to reach the arm across and take a side bend towards the back leg. Breathing in. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're just going to turn and place both of our legs kind of as wide as our mat out in front of you. Your hands are going to go behind you, whatever position feels supported and comfortable. So the hands can be towards the side, they can be behind you, or they can be straight ahead, and whatever feels right for your shoulders. And then you're creating a lot of space here. So you're lifting up into the arms, but keeping your booty on the ground. And then you're just going to roll the hips in one direction. The knees go in one direction, the hips lift, and then we rotate to the other direction. Good. And now you're going to take one leg at a time. So it's kind of like they're walking and kind of just allowing the movement out. And there's a moment where you're in kind of like a butterfly leg position. Good. And just allowing the hips to roll, noticing what might be coming up as you're mobilizing those hips. Good. And play with how this feels with the feet flexed, toes lifted up, or just let the feet relax. Good. And keep breathing. We're going to do 4 more of these. Fabulous. And then you're just going to bring yourself back up, bringing your feet together, and we're just going to stack our spine nice and tall. And perhaps you put a blanket or a pillow under your hips so that you can keep that nice centered spine. And we're just going to allow our feet to be together. Good. And our knees are opening out. Breathing here. And then just bow the chin in. Good. Inhaling and exhale. And then from here, you're going to press your feet together and just slowly lower down. You can use your hands to support this as you roll down. And then you can either let your knees stay wide, your feet together in this position, or you could stretch your legs out long. Whatever feels comfortable for you. And just take a moment, place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, and breathe in. Letting the belly rise, letting the heart expand. And exhale, the heart rests, the belly rests. Inhaling, the belly gently expands and opens, staying soft. The heart opens and lifts. And exhale, let the heart relax and the belly soften even more as it comes back in. And one more, breathing in and exhale. Good. Continue breathing now. at your own pace. You can leave your hands, one on your belly, one on your heart. You can place them both down by your side. Whatever serves you in this moment. Breathing in and release. And slowly, when you're ready, allow yourself to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Just check in with your body. Take a big stretch, whatever feels right in this moment for you. And then just roll gently to your side and feel very supported and relaxed, letting your head rest on your arm and breathe. And then use your arms, go ahead and press off to bring yourself back up to that seated position where we began. Taking your comfortable seat, you can place your hands, palms down on your thighs to be grounded, palms up to receive, and take one more last full inhalation and one more exhale. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you find this movement sequence helpful. And remember, you can practice it whenever you're just needing a little check-in with yourself and a little time to tune in and release and get some energy moving that will always help bring clarity. Okay, friends, I will be talking to you soon. Much love.